Hey everyone, this is Mr. Isometric, and in this video we are going to make the car controller inside Unity from the scratch. In my previous video, which was the same, but we made the car with the primitive meshes which is available inside Unity. So this time we will take the scenario in which you are importing the car from a 3D modeling software like Blender or something like that, or the asset store. So in this case I have this car prefab from the asset store. The asset name is arcade free racing car. So go into the asset store and you can import that from over there. By the way, it's really handy that this asset comes with two prefab collections in which there are two folders. In the first folder there is prefab with just cars, as you can see over here, but the second prefab comes with the colliders. So what I mean from the colliders is, if I just double click on this car, as you can see, this car has got the body object and the meshes, which are these wheels meshes by the way, and they are all separate and they have their origin at the center. So it is important to have your wheels separated. After that you got the second folder in which you have this car with all the colliders available readily. So for the body they have a box collider over here. For the whole car they got the rigid body with the mass of 1000. So all these are the wheel meshes. As you can see, they are separated, but there are also the colliders, as you can see, each with respective colliders. And now what we are going to do is we are going to not use this collider one because we are going to make the car from the scratch, so that the people who don't have this readily available can work with it too. So I will, by the way, these buildings and this road are available for free on my CG Traders account. Link will be in the description below. So I will just hide this building and this road. This terrain, I made this terrain inside the Unity terrain editor. I will hide the terrain as well. So now what we are going to do is we are going to go into our prefab, and you can import your FBX or this prefab into your scene. So here is your car, and then you can you're going to unpack this completely. So if it is a FBX file, you have to unpack it completely. And now make sure that your car is facing the Z direction, which is the front, or some codes might not work properly, such as get access codes. So here are our wheel meshes. You can do one thing, you can just take these wheel meshes, drag them into the wheels, and then you can just delete this meshes part. Now what I like to do is just you can directly duplicate this one, or just create the new empty game object inside the first prefab. So let me just add in a empty, and then we will make wheel collider. And now you have to position each of this, you have to make another empty inside it. Let's call this in the hierarchy. Okay, so this one will be called as front left wheel, because it will be convenient if we do this way. So front left wheel is the first one in the wheel meshes, so we will just type in front left wheel collider, just add C at the end. And now these are the empty game objects, so we need to position them in the respective channels. So if I just select front left wheel, then it has some world position and rotation, so you can just copy that from the transform. If you right click over the transform menu over here, there is a copy. So copy the position of the world, and you can just go into the transform and paste that position. Okay, so you have to do this for all the wheels. So I will quickly do that. Ctrl T to duplicate it, and then we will just rename this as front right wheel collider. So just change R over here, and then we will select the second one, copy its transform, and then we will plug that over here. Okay, so you need to only copy the position if you have a wheel which is not facing the right direction, instead of rotating it, you can scale it with the -1 value. This would be great because we don't change the scale, and you can also think scale as the mirroring. So yep, you can do that. So now we will just Control D to duplicate this one, and now there is the rear left wheel collider. So let's go with the flow and call it back right wheel collider. So let's change the right to left, back left wheel collider. So rear left wheel, they called it rear, I will call it back sorry. Now let us copy this its world position, and then let's plug that over here. Okay, great. And now the only last wheel left, Control D to duplicate it, and then we can just call it back right wheel collider.
Position, and then we can just paste that over here.
Okay, great. So we got all the empty game objects into their respective sections. So you can now just select everything. By the way, before doing that, it is a good idea to just go into the first parent of this car and add in a rigid body. We will make rigid body something like 500. So wheels, these are the meshes, and these are the colliders. So colliders object should have collider in it. We will just select each and every one of them, and we will add in a collider, and that collider will be a wheel collider. And now you have to change their radius. By the way, your mass can be 1, so change it to something like more than 1, something 50 or 20. If you click on this box over here, you can go into the isometric view, or you can click on this text. So I will just go to the left hand side view. We can grab these colliders. I can just grab them, make them their y 0, and I can take this wheel collider and just drag it up till over there. And now you have to do all of this roughly, so we can increase the radius now, and you have to make them approximately to the same length. So I think it is something over there. Do I have to pull it back? No. So after doing that, I think we are good to go. You just have to roughly match the circumference of the wheel. You can also go a little bit less, so radius can go like 6, let's go 5. Yep, that is also good. I'll just grab it a little bit down. Okay, so once you are happy with that, the positioning of the wheel colliders, you can again go into your perspective view, and now we will add in a script because our work is done. This is the hierarchy you should maintain. By the way, you can change the name of the car from over here. Also, there is one thing which is remaining, and that is the collider. So you can either add the collider on the body or the empty which has all the game objects. I think I will go on the body, and let's add in a collider. I will add in a box collider. By the way, you can add multiple box colliders if you want. So I like to go in the edit mode by pressing this button over here, and it is actually it has done a pretty good job. But just for your information, I can just select this and hold down Alt to just mirror it, whatever it is. But I don't want to mirror anything, so I'll just keep it till over there, and it is actually it has done really good job. I can also select this and edit it. If you hold down Alt, you can do this, as I said, mirroring. So I'll keep it the way it is right now. So now let us make the script for the car. I will add the script on this main empty parent empty. So add in a script. So we will add in a script machine, and then we will give this script a name, which is car controller. Now click on the edit graph. At the start we don't want to do anything, but I think we do want to take the reference of all the meshes and the colliders. So right now I think it is a great time to enable everything such as terrain, buildings and roads. Okay, great. Now let us go and add in input. So we will get axis and axis name. So we will type in over here horizontal, and then this horizontal component and vertical component. So horizontal component is A and D, and vertical component is W and S. Also they represent the arrow keys. At the start we don't want to do anything, so I will delete it, but we also don't need to update method. Okay, so we need to reference our wheel colliders, because all the work that is going to be done is with the wheel colliders. Even if you don't have this enable, the car will still stand, because let me just show you. If I hit play, let's go to the scene view. Okay, as you can see, the wheel colliders are doing their work. Our car is actually standing, and just to prove that I will just lift the car, and as you can see it is working. The suspensions are working. Right now you don't have to tweak with any settings. I will tell the settings later which I like. If I just pull this car, push this car. Okay, so wheel colliders are not working yet, but they just rotated a little bit. Okay, never mind, we'll watch that in the script. So when I press W key, I want my steering angle. No, wait, we want to add motor torque. So if you just type in motor torque, so as you can see, get motor torque and set motor torque, it is a wheel collider thing. So we have to take the wheel collider and the set motor torque. I will plug this over here, and we need to add in a fixed update. Let's plug that over there, and it is asking for the reference. Now there is a one thing, if your car is not going to get destroyed, then what you can do is, let me just first copy this. Let's cut it. If you just change this graph to embedded, and let me just paste it again, then you can directly select the wheel colliders from over here, because I think the embedded is like it is being the part of this Unity and not as an external script. So it is acting like a component. So all you can do is you can just select the wheel collider, and that's it. But there is a one thing, that if you make the changes in the play mode, it will revert back just like these values. But if you make it a graph, let me just select the old graph, car controller. If you just make changes in this graph while in the play mode, it will keep the changes because it is the external thing. So yeah, it's something like that. So our script is on this game object, so we can just go ahead and find the child. Shift A, no wait, just right click and add unit. So find child transform. You can also find the game object, you can do that, or you can make the variable, you can make the object variable and just take the reference of this four wheel collider. That is a one way of doing it, but I think I will just go a dynamic, and I will add search, directly search it inside over here. So find the child. The first child we want to take is our wheel colliders, because the firstmost child, as you can see, is body, wheels and wheel colliders. So you can directly copy this as well and just paste it over here. Oh no, wait, you cannot do that. Right click, rename, control C, copy. This is just called as being lazy. You don't have to do that. So after taking this, as you can see, there are child components over here. There are 4 child components, and I think it is better to make a super unit in which we take all the colliders, but I will just show you the quick way. So we can again find the child. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so find, and then we need to find the child again, and now we need to find something like the motor torque should be added only on the back wheels, if you understand, because the engine is directly connected to the rear or back wheels. So back left wheel collider, see how it is easy it just got, and back right wheel collider. You have to plug that over there because it is going to find this transform in this uh, section. So basically this in this game object. Okay, hope that makes sense. Now I will just control D to duplicate that because we need to add torque in both the wheels. You can just take this dynamically from over that node. So connect back over there. So this is our back wheel now, and sorry, back left, and this is our back right. So vertical torque of 1 is not going to be enough, so we will add in a multiplier node, and let's connect that over there. We will multiply it with something like 200. Might be a overkill, but good for the video. I will make some space now. Let's drag that over there, make that window small because most of the time we are going to watch it in over here. So if I hit play now, you will see that this wheel collider, they are rotating. So they are rotating also. You can make them steer. As you can see, they are acting like a wheel. So somehow what we need to do is we need to take those wheel colliders position and rotation and apply that same position and rotation to these wheel meshes. So basically we are asking this meshes, which is this one, to copy every rotation and movement from these colliders because those are moving. So there is actually special node for that, but before that I think we should add some steering. So steering, so if you just type in steer, so wheel collider gets steer angle. So we don't want to get, but we need to set the steer angle. I don't know why they didn't give us set. So set steer. Okay, so set steer angle, you can just plug that right after this, and as usual you need 2 of them because the front wheels. Okay, so the front wheels are also available in this wheel collider. So I will just control T to duplicate them both and just change the B to F, back to front. We have to find them in the wheel colliders empty game object. We can drag them till over there, plug this over there and plug that over there. We will take our horizontal component, and now let's multiply it first. So we will multiply it with something like this. Now this is in degrees, so the more angle you give, the more friction it will create. So keep it less, something like 30 or 60 or 45. I will go with 45 degree, and let us plug that over there, plug this dynamically over there. You can also do this, but I prefer this because it just goes in the flow. Let's make it a little bit cleaner. Okay, so now you will be able to see the steering of our wheels. Let me just select our full game object, let us hit play, and let us check how the steering works. So as you can see, the steering is working. You can just zoom it in. So steering is working, our car is steering. And now all we have to do is we have to take the position and rotation from these wheels, the colliders, and add them to our wheels. So let us unplay it and then we will now do that. So you can do this in the update method. You don't have to use a fix update, so I will just add in an update method. So update, and now we need to find the child. So we will take this, Control T to duplicate that. Now we need to take the reference of these wheels. Let me just enable every one of them. So we will now take the reference of the wheels, or remove the colliders from over there. So our script is on this empty game object, and then we want to find in its child the wheels. So these are our wheels. There is no S over there, so I will just add in wheels. Okay, so now from over there we need to find this 4 with the name. Control D to duplicate it. Let's plug that over there. Press F2, Control C, Control V, and then we can just Control D to duplicate that. We need 4 of them, by the way. Okay, this just got messy. Yeah, let's plug that over there. Let me just remove this dim option. I just removed this dim. It dims the node which are not connected to any event. So that's one thing. I have learned something today. As F2, Control C. This copy pasting method just avoids any spelling mistakes. It's like reducing your errors. Also it is fast. I'm just clicking on this and pressing F2 to rename it, and then just copy it. Don't change anything. Control V2. Okay, so we just got all the 4 of our wheels, and now we need to copy the position and rotation from this wheel collider. So we can just take the reference from over there, and then can type in pause and rot. So if you type POS and ROT, which stands for position and rotation, you have to select this node, transform set position and rotation. No, wait, we need to get the position and rotation. So let's go into the wheel collider, get. Okay, so as you can see, this node wheel collider get world position, so it outputs the position and the rotation, and we need that from each of the 4 wheels. So I just got the back from the back, so these 2 are the backs. Control D to duplicate that, and these 2 are from the front. Now it is necessary that this is the left one, and this is also the left one. As you can see, back left, back right, front left, and front right. So we need to set the position and rotation. Okay, so transform set position and rotation. We need 4 of them as well. And now you have to connect these meshes, because we need to copy the position from this wheel colliders to our meshes, and this input is asking for the meshes. So where? So let's connect the front left wheel, front right wheel, and then a back left wheel, which is rear, and rear right wheel. So I do know that this both are the front, and this both are the front. So front left is first, front left, just plug directly them over here, and the front right, as you can see, front right. Hope this is not getting any confusing. It is straightforward. If you just try it by yourself, you will get to know it. So back left, back right, back left, back right. So you can just plug them over there, position into the position and rotation into the rotation. Okay, so now they have to have the update method. If I just dim everything again, You see they are not lit because there is no update event in that. So I will just plug this on update over there. Okay, so I think they need input in them, so we will just plug update method over there. Plug that from over there. You just have to go from sequence or inner sequence, just connect them like this. I'm just taking the output and plugging that into the input of them. So we are basically done with our script. By the way, if your car or wheels have some rotation or position error, you can directly add or multiply them from over here. So this is a Crotonian, and you can add in a Euler, get Euler angles, and then as you can see you just got the Euler angles, and then you can do some vector math or add, subtract, something like that. Create a new vector 3 and plug the modified value, but hopefully you don't have to do that. Now this is a mess, that's why I said that you can create a super unit. Let us just go out of the view and let us hit play. So now as you can see our wheels are rotating. Let me just select the car. You can hide the gizmos. So our car is working properly, so its wheels are rotating and it is moving quite nicely. Suspensions are nice too. Now we will talk about some settings which I personally like. So select all your colliders. I will increase my mass to something like 40 or 50. I will just stick with the 40. Now the extreme slip value, just make it 4, and the asymptote slip make it 8. So I will just do that for the both of them. So 4 and 8. I hope you all will do some changes according to your needs. I will keep the spring and dampening till over there. And now if I hit play, I hope something weird doesn't happen. So my car is playing nicely. If you don't give mass to your wheels, then your wheels will just rotate like crazy. Okay, so I think I just saw an error. As you can see, if I go too fast, my car is wobbling a little bit. You can stop that, but I think I will cover that in the next video, or should I just do it? I think I should just do it all here. So go out of the play mode. So video is not over yet, I think. Let's go click on the start event. We will add in a empty. So just click on your car, create a new empty. We will call this center of mass, COM. So rigid body sometimes acts weird and you have to compromise sometimes. Just lift it at the bottom till over there. So if I just select this car where my rigid body is attached, as you can see the rigid body center is over there. Okay, we will change that, I think. Just click over there. We do need to find this game object now because I am not taking, or you can just take the child. Yep, let's just take the child. So find, we will find the COM, and then we will go into the rigid body, set center of mass. Okay, so set center of mass in the rigid body. We need to take its position, and we just need to set it in the start. That's it. Okay, great. So now the car should not wobble that much. Let us go into the play mode and see. So let us go fast, and as you can see my car is not wobbling anymore. It was the center of mass issue. Yeah, just do that and it will solve any center of mass issues you have. In the next video we will add the camera to our car. with the camera controller script for the future videos. Of course, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hope you all enjoyed it. So I think that's it for this video, and yeah, bye bye.